Radical.
Welcome to Flea Market Stories, documenting one man's journey into the world of flea marketing. This will be for last Sunday. I still have to do for today and yesterday, but this is for last Sunday. Quick question before I get into this. Is chocolate allergies, is that a normal thing, being allergic to chocolate? I mean, milk bothers me, cheese bothers me. But I had some delicious back to nature chocolate chip cookies, and I threw up just the chocolate. So that's what made me think that maybe it's the chocolate in there that's bothering me. So, into the sales. I didn't sell a whole lot last Sunday. It was very, very slow, which was surprising. The weather was quite mild. It didn't rain, so I was kind of shocked on how it was kind of slow. But I made an acquisition later in that day that kind of made up for it. Some of you know that I got the PlayStation 2. I'll get into that in a moment. But as far as sales, there wasn't a lot, but I sold The Wolf Among Us Xbox 360 for $10. I think that's a pretty decent sale actually for what I got it for. What else? I sold Futurama, and the place I got those from, I think it was a big box of games and DVDs. Well, maybe a medium-sized box, and I paid $30 for it, and that was a couple weeks ago. So I made $10. Do you remember the stack of 360 games? That was one of them. That was pretty freaking epic, huh? The 360 games, and did I get the Futurama DVD later? Okay, sorry, that was separate. But still, I mean, that and the DVDs, maybe 50, $60 weeks back. Well, that was a good investment because I made $10 from The Wolf Among Us and a Futurama DVD series. Not the whole series, but season, what was it? Maybe 2 or 3? I was asking 15, but they said, could I take 10? So that's a tip right there if you're flea marketing. If you know you got something good, mark it up a little bit high, and then you have some room to come back from. That and one Super Mario DVD Super Show, which again, those three things was from that one person. And I sold the Futurama and the Super Mario for $12 and then the Wolf Among Us for a 10. Two real major things to go over. Which one will I talk about first? Well, the one was later in the day, and that was the acquisition you saw on Show Off Saturday, the PlayStation 2. Got the PlayStation 2, and like you saw, it was dirty. It was dirty, it was crusty. I need to pay a little better attention to the things that I buy in the future, because if I would have paid more than 30, I would have probably been bit, but the PlayStation 2 actually does work. Now, I went over to the guy and I actually got, oh, I left this out. I bought 2 remotes. He has some universal cable remotes. And I didn't know if they would actually work on the TVs I'm trying to sell. I go to Goodwill sometimes and I pick up cheap TVs, but they usually don't have the remotes. Hence, why they're probably at Goodwill. People actually just turn the TVs in because they lose the remote and they don't know how to get another remote. Maybe they don't get online. I don't know. Or they just can't track one down. Well, you can actually use these cable remotes, program them to the TV, and works for the most part like a charm. Now, maybe some of the menus they can't get into, but if you just want to turn the TV on and turn the volume up and down and turn the channels, 2 for $5 on those remotes, that's a real good deal. And because he did that for me, I went ahead and I said, hey, that box over there, you got to get any gaming stuff? And then he had the PlayStation 2, and I got the PlayStation 2 and all those crap wires on the inside. Yeah, so overall, I think that was a decent pickup, but 20 would have been great. PS2 does work, but it actually, hell, it needs a new controller and it needs a power plug. But still. The big thing of this day, the big sale was actually a flat screen TV. One of those Goodwill specials that I got for $13. It was a 32-inch Toshiba, in reasonably good condition. Of course, didn't have the remote. I had 75 on it. I put 75, and again, I'm telling you, the wiggle room, that's what you want to do. You upprice something, and even if they don't bring it up and they seem like a little bit like, man, that's a good bit of money. You be the one that comes back, and then you are the good guy. And then they feel like, oh, okay, this guy's giving me a deal, right? So you always want to start high. The TV, this one guy loved. He loved the picture. He said, okay, how much? 75. And then I came back to 60, but then he countered with 70, I believe. It's a typical kind of haggle. And if if I had paid any more than 13 bucks for that TV, I wouldn't have went for the 50. I would at least maybe 55, something like that. But he wasn't, he wasn't, he just wanted the TV and he wanted it for his second bedroom. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sell it to this guy. He gave me a crisp, clean $50 bill. And then he picked up the TV and then he walked around. He came back. He set the TV behind me. I guess he wanted to do some more shopping, or he said he would be back to get it with his truck. Maybe he figured out it's a long walk. He didn't want to make the long walk. This has happened before many times when they have a bigger item and they don't want to carry it around. Okay. So minutes went by and I was looking around for him. I'm like, he said he'd be right back to get the TV. Minutes went by. 30 minutes went by. An hour went by. Seemed like almost 2 hours went by. I sold the TV at, I think, I want to say around 10:30. It was now afternoon. I said to myself, well, damn, I gotta go. I gotta go at some point. Does he know when they close here? I gotta go. I'm thinking, this is a terrible situation that I'm in. I'm going through this in my mind, and I'm like, okay, could he didn't forget. And I'm talking to other people that are like at the table. I'm like, okay, so I got a situation here. Guy paid me for it, and it's real money because I was thinking, "Oh, what did he give me, like a fake $50 bill?" I did look at it, and I was like, okay, maybe like he felt guilty and brought it back. No, it was real money. So I'm holding on to this guy's money, and if I would leave, then technically I would have stole this guy's money. Which in the future, I think I'm not going to take money before I would, give the money back and say, oh, okay, just in case you don't make it back. Because what happens if this guy has like a heart attack? Heaven forbid he has a heart attack or something happens. Then I would be there. I would be just waiting there, trying to leave, but not being able to leave because, I would feel guilty, right? So in the future, that's something that I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the money back. He winded up actually did coming back, and I was just relieved. I'm like, oh, he came back, Now, some people wouldn't bother them that much. Some people would be like, hell yeah, free $50. Not me. Not me. I worry about those things. I don't ever want to shit anybody, So, yeah, that's just one thing I'm never going to do. I'm never going to take money and then not give the item. Yeah, so that's all I got for flea market stories today. There wasn't really a lot of eventful things that happened other than that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Have you ever had an instance, any of you that are selling at a yard sale or a flea market, where it's a big item, somebody pays for it, and then you're worried that they might not come back?